Hey guys, it's Eddie here from Dilleen Property. Today I want to do a quick video, and this video is all about good debt versus bad debt. So today I've got the whiteboard here, and I'm going to just basically outline good debt versus bad debt into some different examples of both. And this is some things that I learned when I was probably between the age of 19 to 21 years old. At the time I was working, and I would catch the train from the very far outskirts of Western Sydney all the way to the city, and I'd read books, and one of those books that I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad, basically. And if you haven't read that book, I strongly recommend that you read it, and he's got a lot of other great books as well. But it basically just outlines the differences between good debt, bad debt, you know, the different asset classes and the different ways, income classes as well. So jumping right into it, I've got the whiteboard here, so I'm going to break up good debt versus bad debt, and you know, a lot of people classify it as different things, but here's some examples. So this is some examples of bad debt. So we'll break up the board right here and write bad debt. So bad debt would be, as an example, would be a car loan as an example, so car loan. Another example could be a personal loan or a credit card. Just put PL for personal loan, credit card for credit card. And one of my personal favorites, well not my favorites, but one of the ones that annoy the hell out of me is debt such as interest only, you know, like sometimes they're interest only, but you know, like debt or like against furniture, all those kind of things where you have to pay, you know, all that kind of stuff, or like you take out a loan to go on a holiday, or you take out a loan to, you know, buy yourself a nice computer because it looks cool and you know, think it's going to help you, you know, or like a loan to get a TV and then you're paying interest and all that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff, bad debt as an example. So we'll just put on this one TV, computers and clothes and all that kind of stuff. You know, I absolutely would hate going into debt for this kind of stuff because all this stuff is depreciating, basically. So these are depreciating things that are going to go down in value. From a very young age, you know, I grew up very, very poor. I knew that, you know, after learning and reading a lot of books, that I realized that people that buy this kind of stuff, you know, they spend 30 grand on a new car, 40 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, whatever it is on a car loan. That thing's going to be worth like a tenth of the price, or, you know, 5% of what it is within the next 5 years. So if you want to have more money in the future, you've got to buy stuff that's going to go up in value. It's just basic sense, and that's what I've learned from a very young age. And I've, you know, been doing the struggle and the grind over the past 10, 12 years to try to better my situation and grow my property portfolio. So there's just some examples of bad debt. I strongly recommend that you, before you get a car loan, before you get a personal loan, credit card, you know, take a loan to get your computer, TV, sometimes even I know people that have took out loans or spent their cash or went into debt to get those, you know, fancy bags and all the kind of stuff that costs $1,000, and it's just rubbish. Like, if you don't have any money in the bank, then I don't think you should have any business buying those luxury items. You know, if you're going to complain about it later on that you have no money, basically. If you're not complaining, then that's fine. But bad debt, and let's say good debt, this is gonna, you know, some people won't like me saying it's good debt, but it's basically what I classify good debt is any kind of debt that is going to help you increase your wealth or increase your net worth, such as, you know, an investment property. So my first property that I bought was, you know, about 140,000 roughly. I had a loan on that, but so say first one is the IP, so investment property loan. For one, the difference is between an investment property loan and a personal loan. An investment property loan, you get to claim all the deductions on. So holding an investment property, going into debt for an investment property, you get to claim things like council rates, water rates, management fees, insurance, strata, interest, all that other kind of stuff against holding that property. So you're going into debt, and it's going to go up in value as well. And you've got rental income coming in. So that's, you know, I classify that as good debt. Whether you do or not, it's up to you, but it's definitely worked for me. So investment property, you know, having a debt against investment property, it's not a bad thing as long as it's taking care of itself. And, you know, if you lose your job tomorrow, your investment property is going to be paying itself off, then, you know, that's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Another one would also be any kind of debt that's going to help you increase your wealth, such as like a business loan or whatever it is. If you think about it in general, all the businesses in the world that make money and scale and get bigger and bigger and bigger, they use debt to their advantage. So I try to think like a business and have my own personal finances kind of like a business as well. So if you're going to have like a business, say, or just say business B loan. Business loan, you can also claim a lot of things back, such as interest and all the costs associated, but you can use debt to your advantage to leverage to get to the next level and make more money, basically, in a short sense. So yeah, this is a quick example of bad debt, all that rubbish there, and good debt, all that good stuff there. So I hope this video has helped